friends, you're welcome to today's tutorial. So today we'll be looking into how to make with this fabric, this Ankara fabric. We'll be looking into how to make a maxi kaftan gown, okay, with a V shape, just like what I'm putting on, with a V shape, okay. It's going to have a V neck and with a long strip, okay, all the way down to the hem of the gown. It's a long and a free gown, a free maxi gown. So these are the measurements we are going to look into how to do it. First of all, we take the shoulder measurements, okay? Shoulder measurements of the client, and from the center back to where it's a cut together sleeve, well, actually. So from the center back, okay, center back like so, to where you want the sleeve to be will be 18 inches, okay? So the shoulder measurement of the client is 16, okay, divided by 2 we have 8, okay, so that means the sleeve will be 10, altogether is 18 inches, okay, and it's going to be a turn-up sleeve, okay, so that's that. Then also the bust circumference, the waist, and that of the hip. But because of this tutorial, we'll be working with the hip only, okay, because hip is the highest body circumference. So I'll be working with the hip circumference, okay, to cut all through to the bust. It's a maxi, okay, so the bust measurement does not really require the bust measurement, neither the waist, okay. Then I'm also going to have, it's also going to have a belt, okay, a belt to adjust it to actual size. Also, there's going to be a slit at the front. So let's sit back and relax, okay? Watch to the end. Please do watch this video to the end. So my name is Tekla and you're welcome to Infinity's Gallery. Thank you so much. Let's hop into our tutorial problem. So this is the length of the Ankara, which is 45 inches, okay? So because the full length of the gown is 60 inches, actually it's 58, then 2 inches for folding, okay, at the lower hem. So because it's not going to be enough, here we have 45. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it to the width of the fabric, okay? Now I'll face it this way, I'll flip it the other way around, and I'm going to fold it, okay? Now the fabric has been folded into 4, okay? We have, this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that means we have the front panel and that of the back panel, okay? So now, and the full length of the gown, like I said earlier, is 60, okay? So we will be using 1/2 inch to join the shoulder and 1.5 inches to fold at the lower hem. So the full length of the gown is 58 inches, the actual full length, okay? So now what I will do now is to create a starting line. We'll be making use of this line, okay, as a starting line. Like I said earlier, both the shoulder measurement and the sleeve is altogether is 18 inches, okay? But I'm going to deduct at the sleeve area, I'm going to deduct 2 inches. I'm going to add a band of 2 inches at that end of the sleeve. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to mark 8 inches and 8 inches. Remember, it's 18 inches. We have 18 inches as both the shoulder measurement and the sleeve. So what we have here is 18 inches, okay? But I want to add a band at the tip of the sleeve. So it's going to be a deduction of 2 inches at this end. So what we'll be marking is 16 inches, okay? So what we'll be marking is the 16 inches here. So that is the sleeve, both the shoulder measurement and the sleeve. So the shoulder measurement is 16, divided by 2 we have 8, okay? So what we have here now is 8 inches, okay? So I'm going to add a band of 2 inches to make it up to 18 inches. I hope we are clear on this. So I marked down the shoulder measurement 8 inches, and here we have 8 as well, okay? So at this sleeve area, I'm going to come down 1.5 inches, okay? I came down 1.5, and here I'll come down 1 inch. So for the width, the neck width, I'm going to mark in 3.5 inches. It's going to be a V neck, okay? A V neck with a long strip collar. So for the back depth, I'll mark in 1 inch. While for the front, I'll make it 10 inches, okay? So now the width, I've marked down 1 inch for the back panel, okay? While for the front depth, I marked down 10 inches, okay? 10 inches in length. So I'll connect it like so, 3.5 inches against the 10 inches length, like so. I'll make it a straight line. So what I will do now is to connect it like so. This is for the back depth, okay? And while this is for the front. Okay, so we're going to work on the front. First of all, I'm going to cut the back, okay? I'm going to cut the back neckline before the front. So what else I'm going to do now is to connect from the sleeve length. We came down 1.5 to that of the 1 inch, like so. I'll connect it like so, all the way to meet the neck, the width, neck width, okay? So that's that. So what I will do next is, from the starting line, I'll mark down the hip length. The hip length, which is 26 inches, okay? I'll mark down 26 inches like so. Then I'll create a straight line. I'll make it a straight line, okay? So here we have the hip length. That is the actual circumference we are going to work with, okay? So for the sleeve length, all the way from the shoulder drop, so it determines the sleeve length you want for your client, okay? For this, I'll be making use of 11 inches, okay? I'll be coming down 11 inches. You could make yours 12 inches, even 13 inches, depends on the round sleeve circumference of your client. So for this, I'll be making use of 11 inches. Or let me come down 12 inches, okay? Because I'll be using 1 inch for seam allowance. Just add your seam allowance there. So I'll be coming down 12 inches, okay? So we have 12 inches in length here. I hope we are seeing this because of the shock. So I'll connect it like so. So what I will do now is, all the way from the shoulder drop, I'll make it a straight line to connect to the armhole depth. Okay? So from this to this. Okay, so we're going to work with the hip length right now. So the hip circumference is 44 inches, okay? Divided by 4, we have 11 inches. So I'm going to mark 11 inches here. Okay? So we have 11 inches. Because I told us, because it's a maxi gown, I'm going to add extra 4 inches. I'm going to add extra 4 inches, okay? 1 inch out of the 4 will be for joining allowance, okay? For seam allowance. So why 3 inches is for ease. Okay, so we have 4 inches here. So I'll connect this all the way to meet at this armhole length. Okay, I'll take it all to meet at this armhole length, and also I'll take it all the way down to the hem of the gown, like so. I'll take it all the way down. Okay, so that's it. So now, for us to create, because we are going to cut our sleeve like so, okay? We're going to cut our sleeve like so. So for us to create an armhole curve, at this armhole, I'm going to come up 1 inch, okay? I'm going to come up 1 inch, so I'm going to connect it like so. I'll connect it all the way like so. I'm going to curve it like so to mark to the armhole. So at this angle, I came up 1 inch, okay? So I'll connect it all the way like so. So that's basically what we are going to about our measurement. That's basically what we are going to mark, okay? So what next I'm going to do, I'm going to cut only the neckline, okay? The depth, the back neck depth. After which I will remove the back, then will not work on the front. So now for the front neckline. So remember we came down 10 inches, okay? So at this point, from here to here is 3.5 inches. So I'm going to come in just 1 inch, okay? For the V shape. So I'll come in 1 inch. So we have 1 inch here. So what I'm going to do now, from this 1 inch, I'm going to connect it all the way to the width, okay? I'm going to connect it all the way to the width. So like so. So from here to here, this is where we are going to cut it, okay? Then from this point, I'm going to take it all the way down, okay? Because it's going to have an opening where we are going to insert a long strip, okay? So now I will take it all the way down. So I'm going to cut it like so. From here, I'll cut it all through. So that we have two, okay? Now, see how it is, okay? So I'm going to cut out a long strip, 2 inches on each side, okay? So I'm going to do that, but that will be after I must have joined the front panel. That will be after I must have joined the front panel to the back panel, okay? So here we have the back, okay? See the round neck. So what I'm going to do now is to join the sides, okay? Right side facing each other. I'll close at the shoulder area, and also at this side, I'll also close at the shoulder area using 1/2 inch, okay? I'll close both sides. So now I've joined the shoulders, okay? So what I'll do now is to measure the sleeve length, okay? So that I can be able to determine the length of the band. Remember I said we are going to add 2 inches band to it, so that I can be able to determine the length of the band to add up, okay? So now I'll go ahead and measure out. What we have here is 23 inches, okay? While cutting the band, you can make it up to just add 1 or 2 inches to it to avoid shortage. But what I have here is 23, so I'm going to cut out the band of 24 inches, okay? And let me also measure this side. I have 23 inches as well. So now I've gone ahead and cut out a band, 2 inches band, okay, for it. Here we have the width is 2 inches, like I said earlier. while the length is 24 inches. Okay, so I'm going to fix it like so. Before then, I'm going to interlock it like so. Okay, I'll interlock it, then I'll fix it this way, right side facing each other. Okay, I will stitch on it, then I will now flip it to the right side like so. I'll also do the same on the other side. Okay, so I'll interlock on it, then before stitching and flipping it. So I'm going to do this and show us. Okay, so now it has been joined to the sleeve like so. Here is the band, and I've also gone ahead and interlocked it like so. Okay, so also on the other side. Okay, so what I will do now is to measure out. I'm going to attach a band, okay, all around the neck line area, okay, up to the end part of the gown. So what I will do now, I will fold this into two, shoulder to shoulder, okay, shoulder against each other. Then I will give it a notch to determine the midpoint. So I will notch it like so to determine the midpoint, or you can as well use chalk. Okay, just chalk it at that point. So here is the midpoint. What I'm going to do now is to measure from this midpoint. I'll measure one side of the band from this one side of the back neckline, okay, all round, okay, to the front neckline, all the way down to the hem of the gown. So I'm going to measure it like so, and at the same time cut a band. Okay, remember from the beginning on the front panel we measured out 1 inch. Okay, we cut out 1 inch. So what I'm going to cut out is 2 inches of the band. Okay, so what we have here, I'm going to measure out what we have here all the way down to the end of the gown. We are going to attach a band to it. So we have 60 here. So what we have here is 65 inches. Okay, so while cutting a band, just add 1 inch to it to avoid shortage of the fabric during stitching. So I've gone ahead and cut out a band like so. The width of it is 2 inches, like I said earlier, while the length, I went ahead and added in, remember we measured out 65 inches. Okay, so we have 60 here, so we have 66 inches. I added 1 inch, okay, so that I will not run short of the fabric during stitching. So let's watch what I will do now. I've gone ahead and cut it and folded it. It's in fold. Okay, it is on fold like so. It's on fold. So what I will do now is to for the two sides, remember one side of the neck and the other side. Okay, so we have 2 bands. So I'm going to flip it like so, okay, and close it in using 1/2 inch, right side facing each other. I'll just stitch it on the wrong side. Okay, I'll match the two together. So if I match the two, so right now I've gone ahead and joined the two together like so. Okay, and I've also ironed it out, so we have very long strip, okay, of the fabric. So what I will do next is on the front panel of the gown, remember we have notched it at this point, and we also have, remember from the measurement we measured out the V shape to be 10 inches. Okay, V shape to be 10 inches. So on this point I will measure out 10 inches mark. I will shock it. So we have from the shoulder measurement, I'll come down 10 inches. Okay, so I'll give it a tiny shock on it, and also on the other side I also measure out 10 inches. I also chalk it. So this is where our V shape stops, at these two edges. So now what I will do now is, now that we have marked the V length, okay, the V shape length, okay, for the front, which is 10 inches. So now, but remember, we are going to start from the back, where we gave a notch at the back neckline to fit in the band, okay, and here is the band. So at that point that was joined together, okay, at that point that we joined together, what I will do now is to, I'll use pin to fasten it with a pin, okay, like so. I'll hold it down with a pin, like so. So this is the center point, okay. So I'll start joining all the way, okay, one side, all the way till that, at that point where I short for 10 inches, okay. Then I will top stitch it, okay. I will back stitch it and stop, okay. I will also do the same on the other side till the 10 inches length. I will back stitch and stop, okay. I'll do this and show us. So now I've joined the neckline area, okay, stopping at that 10 inches, okay. Look at it. And I've also gone ahead and interlocked the rough edges, okay, stopping also at that 10 inches. So what I'm going to do now, I'll flip this long strip of the band, okay, starting at that point we stopped stitching, okay, right side facing each other like so. I'll flip it to the wrong side, okay, right side facing each other. So what I'm going to do now is to stitch on the wrong side. I'll start stitching at the center, okay. I'll start stitching at the center. I'll keep stitching at the center until I get at the lower hem. Remember, at the lower hem there's going to be an opening, okay. So I'll keep stitching from here. I'll stitch at the center like so, okay. On getting to the end part, okay, I'm going to come up from the lower hem. I'm going to come up 20 inches. So I'll come up 20 inches. Remember, we're going to hem the lower part with 1.5 inches. So I'll come up 20 inches, okay, like so. This is where, as I'm stitching, I will stop here at the 20 inches. I will back stitch, okay. So I'm going to do it at the center to this point where the neckline is. There's going to be a stitch, okay, till I get here. So I'm going to do this and show us. So now I've gone ahead and closed it like so. Look at it from the center all the way down, okay, stopping 20 inches from the hem part like so. From here to here is 20 inches, okay. Look at it. So now I've closed in this point. So what I will do now is to, this is the right side, okay, this is the wrong side. So now flip it like so, right side facing each other. I'll turn it this way, then I will join it, stitching all the way down from the where I stopped initially, okay. Then I'll keep stitching using 1/2 inch, okay. I'll keep stitching it till the end part, to the end of the gown, okay. Till this point I'll stop on one side, this side, till the end part, okay. Have you seen the reason why to leave or to add extra inches is very important, okay. So after joining it to the end, you can now trim off the excess band. So after doing that, I also do on the other side, okay. I also do on the other side, which is this side. So I'll keep stitching it starting from the where I stopped at the neckline. I'll keep stitching all the way down using half inch, okay, half an inch. Keep joining it till the end part, okay. So I'll do this and show us how it looks. Now I've joined it all the way around, starting from the neckline area all around, okay, all around the collar space to the hem of the gown. So see how it is. So what next I'm about to do now is to join the sides. There's the seam line areas. So I'll flip it right side facing each other like so. So I'm going to start closing it from the sleeve area, okay, like so, using 1 inch all the way down, right side facing each other. I'll stitch it to the end of the gown. So I'll also do the same on the other side of the gown. So I'll do this, I'll face the same side, after which I must have joined the tiny loop for the belt, okay. So for this belt I went ahead and cut out the length is 3 inches while the wideness is 1.5 inches. So I'll fold it this way and the other side and fold again, then I'll stitch right there on it like so. Then I'll go ahead and fix it at the waist area, okay, a little above the waist area, which is 14 inches. Now for the pocket, I've gone ahead and cut out a pocket like so, two pieces, okay. So the full length is 12 inches by 8, okay. So what I'll do, and I've gone ahead and stitch it all around. So from the starting line, I'll come down 19 inches. From the starting line, the shoulder measurement, I'll come down, let's say 20 inches in length, 20 inches. I also do the same on the other side. 20 inches, okay. So from this 20 inches, the pocket space will be 7 inches. So I'll do this, I'll show us the final look of this maxi kaftan gown. So I'm done with the pocket, okay, like so. So see how the inside is neatly finished. So for the tiny loop for the rope, okay, so I've gone ahead and stitched on it. So what I will do is to fix it at that 14 inches I earlier stated. So I went ahead from the shoulder, I came down 16 inches. So I marked 16 inches. I also do the same on the other side. From the shoulder, I came down 16 inches and I marked it like so. So from that 16 inches point, I came up 2 inches, okay? That is making it 14 inches. I came up 2 inches. I also marked it. I also marked 2 inches on the other side like so. So on that, from that 14 inches mark, okay, which is the 2 inches we came up, I'll go ahead and place the loop. I'll stitch on it and also flip it to the other side and also stitch right there on it. Okay, so I also do the same on the other side of the gown. So that's that for our tiny loop. So that's it for our Maxi Kaftan Bubu gown. Okay, so if this video have been so helpful to you in one way or the other, please just click on that subscribe button. Okay, give this video a thumbs up and also hit on that notification bell beside it, so that each time I upload a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. Okay, please just share the video to your friends and well-wishers. Thank you so much, guys. Till we meet in my next tutorial. Bye.